Howdy, everybody. I'm Rick. You're you. This is a Mortician's tale, and I feel like it's gonna be a little sad. I don't know what it is, it's just giving me I'm gonna be a little sad vibe. So let's just hop in. September 14th, 10:15 a.m. Ooh. What's this? Got an email. We're cuties, by the way. Let's see. Welcome, our new funeral director. From Matthew Jeffrey to Charlie. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet you. My name's Matthew, and I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to you and helps with some of the more heavy lifting. Ever hear that joke about the hearse driver? I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy is a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck. Matthew J., Funeral Director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Oh. Okay. Amy Rose. To Rose and Daughters staff. Hello, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte, or Charlie as she told me she likes to be referred to. Charlie is a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career here with us at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home within our little family. We'll have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. Sincerely, Amy Rose, founder and director of Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Let's see. Introductions. Hello, Charlie. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office/preparation room, you'll find your cremation station. These are big words. Embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Amy Rose. Jen Love. I guess my subject line to you should start being more professional now that we are business professionals. I can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. I love that you were able to land this gig straight after graduating. It's super cool. I didn't even know mom and pop funeral homes were a thing until now. Guess it's just not something I really think about much. I should look more into this, learn more about your world and industry, because as I said, you are now a very serious professional. Speaking of being a professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody pays me to move to London, and not London, ON, serial killer capital of Canada, to work in a museum. Like, take that, everyone who said I couldn't get a job with the art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face and that you hear my excellent British accent impersonation. I also signed you up for a funeral monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift / I love you / am super proud of you gift. Love you, love you, love you. Jen L., Museum Curator. Good luck, you beautiful and smart babe, you. Oh. Ooh. Oh, I have to reply? Okay, today's task. Hello, Charlie. Hope you're settling in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly, and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. Your first body is Miss Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Miss Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Miss Garcia in the prep room. Talk soon. Okay. Special request for my mother's funeral. Dear Mia, of course we will happily oblige your request of no embalming and for a closed casket. I'll ensure our funeral director receives your request. Okay, this is from Maya Garcia. Dear Amy, we're happy to be with Rose and daughters for my mother's funeral. We understand that there are usually procedures that must be followed in these situations, but if you could kindly not embalm my mother, that would be greatly appreciated, and we will proceed with a closed casket of the service. I just know she wouldn't have wanted death to have any negative impact on the environment, and since she fought so hard to beat her heart disease and to live healthily, it would be a shame to have her final moments to be countered to the way she lived. Thank you for anything you can do to help us in the matter. Okay. And I will reply. Sure thing, I'll get right on it. Is this her? Oh, Miss Garcia. Oh, this is a prep room where you will prepare bodies for burial and viewings. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony and no embalming, you are just going to clean the body. Click on the sponge and drag it over the body to clean it. Is this the sponge? Yes. Here you go. I'm gonna clean you. I'm gonna make it real calm. I'm not gonna be weird about it. You know, a long time ago, when I was streaming on Twitch, I played the mortuary assistant, and this is night and day. I don't feel threatened by this woman at all. That's it, you're done. Miss Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. It's time to go to Miss Garcia's funeral. You are responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it is also important to pay your respects to their loved ones. Follow that arrow to head to the funeral parlor. Okay, let's go check it out. Also, hold on. Look how cute we are. We're so sweet. We're a goth baddie. Cute. Hello, everybody. Okay, which one of you is Mia? Maya? Which one of you is Maya? Why are you separated? Mommy, I'm hungry. When can we go? Classic kid moment. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in this funeral home. I think I might actually miss those sweaters she used to knit for me now. Oh. What you gotta say, big dog? We usually don't small talk a lot at these things. At least that's what I was always taught. She should have hated these paintings. She was so peculiar. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. That's also what I thought. I thought you had to embalm people, but I guess not. Embalming weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and putting it into the ground like that. Well, they're in a box, and there's usually like a vault over the box, or like it's a whole process, honey. It's not just a raw body laying there. Or into the sewer. That's what they must do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain. At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. Stop it. Don't make me laugh right now. Oh. Funerals are so odd because it's just like, I don't know how it is for y'all, but a lot of times funerals for me has always been, wow, I'm quickly realizing I haven't seen these people in a very long time. So a lot of times it is just small talk to be like, oh yeah, this part of family exists. Oh. R.I.P. Miss Garcia. Okay, I think I just got back. Goodbye. I'm sorry for your loss. October 11th, 10:09 a.m. Ooh, we cleaning. That's a big-aced broom. It's so huge. Look how big it is compared to us. That's crazy. Either we're real small or that broom's humongous. Okay. I am so frustrated right now. Okay, this is Jennifer, the museum curator friend. Okay, so let me explain this in a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing the tight lacer liver specimen that we have here at the museum. It's from a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inward from the doctor leading the autopsy believes it was too tight lacing her corset. It fascinatingly, because it's kind of a controversial topic. Tight-laced was super popular, and while people associated it with fainting and hysteria, it actually has been associated with viscera-optosis, which is when the organs fall into the lower part of the abdomen, right? Which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, too long, didn't read. Corset probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage. And I'm tired of the condescension about my wardrobe. That also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specifically research and yet am treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie. I'm sorry. I probably should scroll down and start from the top so we get the whole thing, but tomato, tomato. I'm so frustrated right now. Can I rant for just a second? I'm so tired of hearing strangers, colleagues, anybody, male colleagues, get on my case for wearing corsets. I wear them under my blazer and over a nice blouse, so it's not like I'm dressing inappropriately, even though dress code is such sexist BS anyways. And I hate how their misogyny gets veiled as Fox concern. Jen, I'm just worried you're damaging your body. You know what corsets do to livers, right? Corsets don't do anything to livers. They're definitely not hurting me as much as your condensation, I can't say that word fully because I'm me, is hurting my head. Sorry. I'm out of sorts right now. I'll send you another email in a little bit when I've cooled off a bit. They don't want you wearing corsets at work, Miss Girl. Oh, next job. Is there more? Okay. Amy Rose, that's my boss. Hi, Charlie. Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family was very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing a grieving family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duvall. An elderly man died of old age. Nothing fancy, just standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter, Lizzie Duvall, if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Best. P.S. Charlie dear, please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't mother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Formaldehyde is dangerous? Miss Girl, when I was in high school, we had, so the last chunk of the senior year at my high school was for dissecting animals. We had formaldehyde everywhere. It was everywhere, and it was dumb. We had a bunch of teenagers playing with formaldehyde like it wasn't nothing. And I'm just now, like 10, 20 years later, learning it's dangerous, which I kind of knew it was dangerous, but still. I'll get right on it. Okay. Oh, I'm all suited up. Hello, Mr. Duval. Okay. Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will have embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Okay. This is very relaxing. I don't think I could actually do anything that involves, like, funerals and funeral homes. I don't think I could do it. Okay. Click on the razor and drag it over the body to shave it. You get a shave. I didn't know they shaved the whole body. Okay. In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. Oh. How accurate is this? Because right now, I don't know anything about funeral homes and, like, taking care of dead bodies, so I'm just assuming all of this is 100% accurate. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Hate that. Click and drag on eye caps into each eye socket to give it shape. It's this. Yeah, because they've got the little spikies. Ugh. I only know that because of the mortuary assistant. I hated it. To keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Click and drag the glue onto each eye to shut it. To glue it. Here you go. There you go. Okay. What? Oh, sorry. I was just rubbing. I forgot I needed to click. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. Cotton balls? Oh. To keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Click and drag the needle and thread over the jaw to close it. You know, maybe the previous family was on to something when they said they didn't want embalming. What? Click and drag the lotion over the body to moisturize it. This prevents the skin from drying out. You got it. There you go. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make the insertion. Ugh. This isn't nearly as traumatizing as I thought it would be. But also, it's a cute art style and it's very, like, chill, relax. It's not trying to be like, it's gross and scary. You're gonna need a tube to drain the blood. Click on the tube and drag it to the neck insertion. Is this the tube? Yes. Okay. Click on the cannula and drag it onto carotid artery. This is how you'll get the preserving chemicals into the bloodstream. This? No. This? Ew. Yes. Okay. Then you'll need to connect the embalming machine. Grab some additional tubing and drag it to the machine. Like this? No. What? Oh, sorry. There we go. Click on the button on the embalming machine to turn it on. Okay. In order to evenly distribute the chemical, you'll have to massage them through the body. Okay. You know, despite everything, this is a pretty chill game. It's pretty calm. I don't feel bad or like I'm in danger at all. I feel kind of at peace. I feel pretty calm with everything that's happening. I wish there wasn't so many steps to making a deceased body look presentable. You know? Like all these tools, all this is scary. Like, really? Okay. Almost done. You'll need to drain the organs of any remaining fluid. Click on the trocar, then click and hold the abdomen until all the liquid has been drained. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Okay. What is draining out of him? You know? What is it? Okay. And you're done. Mike will take care of Mr. Duvall's makeup, as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. It's time to attend the funeral. No, I think if I had to pick something to do in a funeral home, I feel like I could be a really good receptionist type beat, or like a talking person who's just like guiding you through it, or maybe doing the dressing and stuff like that, because that's not as intense as draining bodily fluids out of them. Okay, there's the kid. Each funeral has to have one kid who doesn't really care what's happening. Okay, what about y'all? Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, one minute you're laughing and having fun, and then the next, poof, that person is gone. Like, just gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about it for too long. Like staring at the sun. I start to feel all dizzy when I think about it. So weird how our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. White? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. What you guys say, little kid? Coming to himself. Fair enough. Let's pay our respects to Mr. Duvall. Rest in peace, Mr. Duvall. December 2nd, 10:22 a.m. We cleaning. Okay. Ooh, we got multiple emails. Cool. Okay. Is there anything else on this? Okay, wait. Okay, let's read this one. This is from Lizzie Duvall. So this is the last deceased's daughter. Hi Amy, thank you for the wonderful evening you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Thank you. Amy Rose. Passing on this lovely thank you note. Oh, you're welcome, Lizzie. And I love your cat. I'm glad I can make that so much easier. Hello? I'm gonna read that in a second because I saw some prices and that's crazy. Anyways, Amy Rose. Hello, Charlie. Today's funeral is for a woman who died of breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Best. But what's her name? I need to know a name. Okay, let's read. I'm gonna read the Rose and Daughters Funeral Home website. Amelia Rose, founder and director. About Rose and Daughter. Rose and Daughters Funeral Home was founded by my grandparents back in 1956. The Rose family has proudly served the area since then, providing personal, affordable funeral services for all. I'm proud to have carried on my family's business for the last 36 years, working with the best and brightest funeral directors and grief counselors in the area. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you've recently experienced a loss and would like us to help you through this hard time. Our services. Here at Rose and Daughter Funeral Home, we're committed to providing loved ones with the best and most affordable funeral services in the area. We offer a diverse range of personalized funeral services options to fit every need. Prices. Burial with open casket ceremony and reception, $5,985. Burial with closed casket ceremony and reception, $4,275. Cremation with ceremony and reception is $1,700. Direct burial with no cremation or reception is $1,905, all inclusive. Direct cremation with no ceremony or reception is $600, all inclusive. We also offer custom packages to suit every budget and need. Please do not hesitate to contact us with any questions at amy@roseanddaughters.com. Okay. These prices are crazy, by the way. Like, that's insane. And it's the cheapest in the area. And I think Amy's like a pretty good person. So I don't think she's like, yeah, we're the cheapest in the area. It charges like $500 extra. I feel like these, from what I know of Miss Rose, this is pretty, I feel like this is pretty generous prices. Okay, we have a woman who died of breast cancer, and she just wants to be cremated. But what's her name? I can't get affiliated with her if I don't know her. Miss Hall. Okay. Before we cremate Miss Hall, we'll need to prepare her body. Miss Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove those before the cremation proceeds as to not damage them. Let's start by removing Miss Hall's necklace. Click and drag on the necklace and place it on the purple tray. We will place the necklace in the urn with Miss Hall's remains later. Okay. We need to be able to identify Miss Hall's remains after she's been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tab to place it in the coffin. Just in the coffin? Okay. Great. Miss Hall is all set to be cremated now. What y'all's feeling on being buried? I guess that I need to take it a little more serious. But I don't know. I've always thought, yeah, I'll go with cremation. It feels the best, I guess, to me. This is the cremator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation does not turn body into ash, so much as bone fragments. Using the cremator will break these bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn. Okay. This is a cute urn. Click and drag the bone fragments and drop them into the top. Alright. Whoop. 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 Okay. Now that all the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back to the counter. Gotcha. Make sure to put Mrs. Hall's necklace back in the urn. And click on the necklace and drag it to the urn. Okay. Whoop. And don't forget the tag. Click on the round identification tag and drag it to the urn. Whoop. And then I put the lid on. Whoop. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Nice. Hi, everybody. I'm glad we haven't had any, like, crazy family moments in his funeral parlor. This is nice, in a weird way. She'll like that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are perfect. Crab cakes? At a funeral home? Glad she was cremated and not in, like, an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. Let's talk to you. Hello. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. Oh. Rest in peace, Miss Hall. I'll let y'all just be alone. February 14th, 10:14 a.m. Yellow! Okay. This is from Margaret Hall. So, I'm assuming Margaret is Mrs. Hall's daughter, or child, or person. I am so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate our requests for my sister's funeral. Her sister, got it. It was a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with it. That's such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this. Thank you note. I would. What? What? News about the future of Rose and Daughter's funeral home. Hi, all. It is with a heavy heart that I write to let you all know that Rose and Daughters will no longer be in business. I had no idea how to start this email, and resources I googled told me that it would be best and easiest way to break the ice is to be direct but remorseful, Google said. The truth is I don't really know what to say. Since my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and Daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use our services. It was my memorial to him, the original Rose, in a lot of ways, and you've all become like a family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. But it's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition for our funeral homes, larger corporations than we are that can take on more businesses and offer more impressive services. You know the way it goes. So we've been bought, or I sold. Either way, soon Hillside Heritage Enterprise Inc., a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name Rose and Daughters Funeral Home for tax purposes, though honestly I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image that it's a family-run business. I don't know how I feel about that, but I also don't know if there's anything I can do at this point either. I've signed the papers. At least my father's legacy is still intact somewhat. They have a good reputation and have agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as you all weren't without a job. Sorry I didn't tell you in more personal way. I would have loved to have a company lunch, but I don't have the heart to tell you in person. This was easier for me. Please understand. Sincerely, Amy Rose. Oh, Miss Rose. Have I just not been reading my emails? Keep on protecting Earth with green burials. From Funerals Monthly, because I'm subscribed. You've lived your life mindful of the environment, doing your part to reduce pollution and generally help out where you can. So why not continue doing that even in death? At least that's the thinking of a lot of people who are turning to green or natural burials. Natural cremations are becoming more popular and are focused on a few rules, mainly that the bodies aren't allowed to be embalmed with chemicals that can damage the environment, and bodies must be buried in a biodegradable shroud or casket. Not only is this better for the environment, it's also cheaper. At Union Crematory in Ontario, Canada, a natural burial is just over $1,000. So better for the people, the environment, just maybe not so good for big businesses. Let's not forget, people, this is still a business after all. But really, why go green? Green burials help preserve natural resources, work to reduce carbon emissions, protect the health of those preparing bodies, and restore/preserves natural habitats. Embalming fluids tend to contain formaldehyde, and funeral directors report a higher incidence of leukemia. Going green and not using toxic chemicals for embalming helps protect funeral directors while at the same time lessening the impact we have on the environment after we're gone. We here at Funeral Monthly think green burials are pretty cool. What do you think? Reply and let us know. I think they're pretty cool, I guess. Okay, Jen. Charlie, I've been playing a new game where things are slow at work. It's called Tales of the Crypt Sweeper. Get it? Get it? It's like Minesweeper, but way harder. Like, seriously, it's really, really difficult. And I thought my Minesweeper game was on point after working that overnight front desk job at the hotel for 3 years. But I must have gotten rusty. Anyways, instead of miners, you want to avoid graves so you don't disturb the adorable ghosts. The main character also kind of looks like you. Cute. You want to start a healthy competition? High score gets to pick the restaurant we go to when one of us is in town. Yeah. Oh! Okay. I'm very much a go from the corners type guy. Darn it. No! I hit the little ghosties. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, listen. Listen, you gotta give me my corner strat. It's all I have. It's all I got. I don't know anything else about Minesweeper. No! You know, I hate that that's happened. Damn it. I hate that that's happened to Miss Rose. I don't know how I feel about big corporation coming in and taking over stuff. I guess I still have a job, but I don't like it. Okay. Brian Garcia. Okay. Hi, Amy. I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said if I was ever having troubles, I should reach out and you would know someone I could talk to about all of this. I don't know what to do now. I know my grandmother had lived a full, good life and was very happy, and that she's not in pain now, but I feel empty, Amy. I've never felt this empty before. What am I supposed to do now? I thought I was stronger than this. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? I don't want to freak out my mom right now. She's dealing with enough, with work and the will, and trying to just be the best mom she can. I just need somebody to tell me that it'll be okay. Thank you, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience. Ryan. Oh, was this the little kid I was bashing on? I'm sorry. I bash on every little kid at a funeral. I'm sorry. I thought I would forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counselor or other professionals who can really help him. Sometimes we get emails like this when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult, and families isn't always the most reliable for some people. Usually I would be happy to connect him, but I'm feeling a bit tired today, not my usual self, and it would be good for you to start building this kind of relationship of your own. You're a treasure, Charlie. Oh, thank you, Miss Rose. I'm gonna start crying. Okay. This was the sister's funeral. Okay, here's the actual last email. Okay. This is from Marina Reyes. Hi, Amy. You asked if there was any special instructions we wanted to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. The doctor told me that would need to be removed. I have to remove a pacemaker? You mean the thing in his heart? Oh. Hi, Charlie. Please see the note below about the pacemaker. They can be tricky. Best. Sounds good. I'll take care of it. I have to remove a surgically inputted thing. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide any for us to include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker that we'll need to remove before cremation. Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine, and we definitely don't want that. Let's start by removing Mr. Reyes' pacemaker. Click and drag the scalpel over the heart. Ooh, okay. You can see the pacemaker. Click on it with the forceps. Click on the forceps and click and drag the pacemaker. Sorry. I was not expecting it to look like a little eyeball. Okay. Sorry, I'm chill. We're chill. We're chill. Okay, put the forceps away and then place the round identification tag. And now he's ready to be cremated. Sorry, sir. I'm sure you paid a lot of money for that pacemaker. But also, I don't know really exactly how pacemakers work, like where they sit on the heart or in the heart or whatever. So I don't know if it's as bad as I'm making it out to be. We break the bones into fragments. Place the urn. This is a pretty good urn. I like it. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Put that. Put his tag in it. No, put his tag in it, and then put the lid on it. All done. Amy will We'll take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it along with some flowers. Very good. Very good. So what do I do with the pacemaker? I wonder if any of his like kids or anybody wants it. You want the pacemaker I took at you? Whatever he is to you? Your dude? Did you ever end up cleaning the air with your father? No. We talked a few times, but no, not really. He sounds like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it. Stubborn. Would you like the pacemaker I took out of him? I have it. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. Sounds good. I could really use a beer right now. Hey, did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? Are you okay over here, honey? I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he had his own weird ways with it. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Oh, rest in peace, pacemaker man. I'll let y'all have your moment. February 28th, 10:35 a.m. So, is it at the beginning of March that company's gonna come in and make it weird? I don't want them to come in and make it weird. Okay. Let's go with the funeral monthly. Things to avoid saying at a funeral. Welcome back. Now, we rarely do listles here, but for this month's newsletter, we thought it would be the best way to deliver this month's advice. What not to say at a funeral. We know figuring out the right thing to say to a grieving family can be extremely difficult, and since that's such a personal issue, it's hard to give specific advice. Some things will be more comforting to other people, but fortunately, we can deliver a little bit more solid advice on what not to say to someone who's grieving. So here it is. Funerals Monthly, top 5 things of not to say at a funeral. Watch number 1 be like, would you like the pacemaker I took out of your dad? 1. At least they're no longer suffering. Even if that is true, nobody wants to hear this, / it's probably not your place to dictate. Who wants to be told that the death of somebody they love is for the best? Like I said, even if it's true, don't be a jerk and just don't say it. Were they saved? No religious statements, just don't. Why? Because not everyone agrees with your religious views, and not only is it not always comforting, it can also be insulting. 3. They're with angels now. See above note, then rinse and repeat. 4. Let me know how I can help. This one is tricky. You want to help, but those in mourning won't always ask for help. If you want to help, suggest specific things. For example, I'm free if you need someone to babysit the kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something for them. Take them to their favorite restaurant or buy tickets to see a movie together. 5. I know how you feel. Even if you think you do, everyone grieves differently. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't involve having to commiserate. Sometimes people will want to hear your experiences, but don't assume they will. Ask first. For a quicker version of the list that can be applied in any situation, don't say stuff just for the sake of saying stuff. Just say, I'm sorry, if you don't know what else to say. That's good advice. Okay. Jen! Mushrooms! You hate mushrooms so much, I found the perfect thing for you. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker. Look what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name of it, and I'm writing you on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it right now. Anyways, the ideal is that it's biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made of what people call biomix, i.e. mushrooms and other microorganisms that help to decompose the body, neutralize toxins in the body, and provide nutrients for the soil for plants. I think this one company even offers casket liners for the use in green caskets. I think this is what I want. It'll be just like Hannibal. That's literally what I was just thinking, girl. Wait, don't tell people I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. I love all the death innovation happening. We might as well do something when we're in the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it and let me know your thoughts. I want all of your thoughts. If not this, then maybe I'll have my ashes made into jewelry. But seriously, I'm probably gonna do this. There's no harm in planning ahead. Am I right? No, you're right. No, I was honestly thinking the same thing. I was like, it's just like that episode of Hannibal. Okay. Oh, I get a choice. Oh. I'll read that later. Okay. Okay, this is from Reyes, the Reyes family. Hi, Amy. I just wanted to thank you for the services the other month and apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock to me and I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. It hasn't been easy. Thought I'd pass this along. I thought that you were chill, Miss Carl. Okay. I don't like that I have a choice here. So, let's check it out. Charlie, I was hoping you won't have to confront this situation. Yet, anyways, they're never easy. Rose and Daughters has been asked to prepare a body for a young man who took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney and didn't have any witness sign his living will or his advance directive regarded his wishes. So his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as his family wishes. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later in the afternoon. Manuel Scott. Good day, Miss Rose. Disregard our son's will as it concerns matters of his burial. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, we will bring a check. Okay. Okay. So, Miss Rose, I don't think I'm comfortable with this. Not because, how do I say this? Not because the deceased took their own life. I'm more uncomfortable because they are disregarding his will. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't really give a shit if they're legally in the right to do what they want. Like, I feel like if the deceased wrote what they wanted, it doesn't matter what you want for them because the deceased has already made the choice of what they wanted. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Miss Rose. If you make me do this, I'm gonna make these people mad. Because I'm gonna cremate him like he wants, and then I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna have to fist fight somebody in the parlor and show my ace at a funeral. So, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that has to show my ace at a funeral, because that's like one of the worst places to have to show your ace. So, I don't know. I'm comfortable with dealing with this situation. It's just that you've already gave me too much information, Miss Girl, because I will cremate him because that's what he wanted. Right? Like, I don't think I can do this. I think I'm not uncomfortable with it. I would do it. But professionally, I'm gonna decline because I would not be able to stay professional throughout this entire thing. You know? Because I would go out there and I would find this man right here, you know, with his fish picture and sunglasses. I would find him, and me and him would have words, and I would make Rose and Daughter's funeral home look bad. So I'm gonna say, no, I'm not comfortable. I'm not gonna do it. Because, yeah. Okay. The deceased's family has asked for an open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body. Icky. Yeah, I just don't... I'm the kind of person that, to me, the deceased's requests will always be more important than whatever the family wants, because it's like, bro, you're still alive and they're not. Shut up. It's not about you. This is literally not about you at all. Okay, the eye caps. Okay, and then I gotta glue them. Okay. And then I gotta put a cotton ball, and then I gotta show it. What's this girly pop's name? Sorry, one thing. Y'all didn't even tell me her name. Now I can't connect with her. That's lame. Okay. Me has has embalmed a body once. Now an expert. Sorry. I do really like this art style because it's cute enough to not be uncomfortable, but it's also serious enough that you can tell that there's a lot of respect in the craft of caring for the dead, which is always hard. Like I said, I could not. I'm definitely not the person to do it. I don't think I could do it. Okay, all done. Mike will take care of Miss Rosie's makeup, and we'll dress and put her in a casket. Okay. I'm gonna go out here. Alright, I'm gonna talk to the crying woman first. Hey honey, how you doing? Quiet sobs. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I haven't cried since she died, not once. How's Anna crying and not me? I'm the one who lost a parent. Well, grief is weird. Grief is a weird thing. You're not always gonna cry when you're in grief. Sometimes your body just reacts differently to it. You don't cry. Crying is not a requirement for grief. It's just a common one. She's no longer suffering or in pain. Listen, I had a newsletter tell me not to say that. Yeah. She's in a better place now. She was too good for this world. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Aunt Sandy. Sandy, you ruining this. That's all this stuff you're not supposed to say. Where's Myra? She couldn't be here. She didn't want to see her mother's body. I mean, I don't blame her. Anyways, I'm pretty impressed with the food. Did you try? Apparently, I have not tried it, but apparently our catering is bopping. Doesn't look like her at all. Rest in peace, ma'am. So for the catering, do y'all think that Miss Rose goes in there and she makes everything herself, or do you think she buys it? March 3rd, 10:45. Okay. I'm assuming we are now under that company. Damn, I'm getting blown up with Chad. Brother, I'm gonna need you to step back, okay? I'm gonna read my different funeral traditions. Okay. Funeral rites, even in our own culture, maybe be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in media. But, and I think this goes without saying, funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of service itself. Religion provides different paths for dealing with death, but the goal is almost always the same: offering support, guidance, and ease the people who are grieving. In Judaism, internment usually being immediately after somebody has passed. Up until burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so often families will appoint a shaman, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for burial being as soon as possible in Muslim tradition as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religious focused. In the outs of South Korea, the amount of graveyard space begins to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that requires families to remove a loved one's body from a burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, and black called death beads. This also occurs in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space issue in graveyards and the expense of cremation. And not all practices are somber either. Ever heard of turning of the bones or formaldehyde? A ritual by the Malagasy people of Madagascar. Formaldehyde has families return to the ancestral crypt in human bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice is a celebration, remembrance, and way to keep the deceased involved in family news. Death can be a difficult time for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean there isn't a beauty in the way we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. Gian! You're invited to attend a death cafe. Pop off. Can't really write much right now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an Igral Herna from the 1750s. It's the oldest in our collection, and you can even see a bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you a link when we have it categorized. What? Anyways. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyways, this event that I'm forwarding to you takes place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with that feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk to someone about things you're feeling. A lot of death positive people there. Sounds like it'll be a safe space. You're invited to attend the Death Cafe. Come increase awareness of death with a view of helping people make the most of their lives. Join us, have tea and a cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations of death. The founder of Death Cafe movement, Joan Underwood, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity." See everyone at the Upside Down Jar next Thursday. Oh, the Upside Down Jar is such a cute name for a cafe. Okay. Chad. And then Chad again, and then Matthew. Okay, here's Matthew. Can I just say, first off, this is bullcrap. Oh, I'm gonna read it from this way. Okay. Leah Lonsko. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't know I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Chad. Charlotte. Below are the details. Charlotte? My name is Charlie, you dickbag. First off. Anyways, below are the details of our new client. Ensure you follow the requests specifications exactly. After you're done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Excuse me? Evaluate me? Brother, you gonna wake up with me at the foot of your bed, alright? Anyway. What you saying? What you saying, Chad? We are pleased to bring Rose and Daughter as part of Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. They will be another instruction amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out the memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed. I'm glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on. I want this man to eat dirt. Matthew, I agree. Can we just say first off that this is bullcrap? Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get it that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all your businesses for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swoop in, and now we have to deal with our BS practices. They're colder than a corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam, and emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. What? How much are they? Okay. Rose and Daughters, operated by Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. Rose and Daughters is the newest funeral home to join Hillside Heritage, proudly serving 56 different communities nationwide since 1964. Rose and Daughters features several available practices for burial and cremation. A spacious visitation suite to add comfort and catering available on site. Rely on our dedicated and friendly staff to help you with your funeral needs. Whether you need our immediate assistance for loved ones or would like to pre-plan your own funeral arrangements. Our services. We offer many packages fitted to suit every size and gather and budget. Ask us about our selection of caskets, urns, and headstones, the largest in the country. Funeral packages. Bronze funeral package. An intimate gathering and memorial for your loved one, customized to fit your individual needs, best suited for groups of 25 to 50. Silver funeral package, a small but special celebration for your loved ones, best suited for 50 to 100 people. Gold funeral package, give your loved one the best with the best we have to offer, a large gathering to celebrate your loved one, best suited for groups over 100. Subject to additional fees and taxes. Payment plans available. Call us 24/7 for a quota. Listen. I don't trust y'all. This looks corporate, and also, not only that, y'all don't have your prices on the website, which means I know you're full of shit. I know you're full of shit. So let's not play games. So what did they want? They wanted Jocelyn to be cremated? Okay. They want Jocelyn cremated. Got it. Okay. Chad, I don't like you. I don't like your vibe. Okay. Take this. Okay, and then I gotta place this identification tag. And now she's ready to be cremated. There you go. Alright. Ooh, that's pretty urn. I like it. watching this. Put her tag, put the lid, and we're good to go. All done. I feel like I'm not gonna like this. Okay, it doesn't seem too horrible. She always was so careful, wore her helmet, signaled, used the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they never pay attention. Have you heard what happened to the driver? No, I haven't wanted to ask Leah. This has been hard enough on them, without asking about legal. Yeah, after all this, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with death of a partner all by themselves. Oh. Should we do a vigil at the spot? Careless drivers, I swear to God. Hey honey, how you doing? I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now. I have to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you need help, I can help. No, thanks. But no. I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would have killed me for others to see the things we have. Yeah, she was kind of a closed book, except to you. Yeah, she was special. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. Rest in peace. I'll leave y'all to mourn. March 24th, 10:30 a.m. Oh, we're caring for a plant. Okay, what? Okay. Hello. Oh. Okay. Funeral monthly. Why do it? Home funerals. Why do it? The appeal of a home funeral is appropriate for many, especially if the deceased was somebody very close to you. The ideal of keeping them at home until they are ready to be buried and cremated can be comforting. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking care of our own deceased, but nowadays people are quick to pass off their loved ones to a funeral home. Most families aren't given the option and assume this is mandatory. Funeral homes will almost always prepare the deceased using embalming and other methods to make them appear more alive. But isn't this process counterintuitive to the grieving process? Being around the deceased allows the bereaved to spend a long period of time with their loved one's body, which can help them mourn or give opportunities to family members and friends to see the deceased one last time before they are taken to be buried or cremated. The ideal of keeping the deceased body at home might sound gross, but it's important to understand that decomposition takes a long time, and you can further slow this process by keeping your home cool and dry. To be around your loved one and see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. Home funerals aren't just for intimate, but they are also economical. A traditional funeral, complete with body preparation, service, flowers, cards, and many other hidden costs and fees, can cost upwards to $7,000 to $10,000. When you're able to take care of your loved ones yourself, to wash and dress them, and to organize their viewing from home, the only cost remaining is entirely in the cremation or burial itself. However, it's important to understand that different rules apply given on what state you live in. In all states, it is legal to have your loved one's body at home after they die. States like Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, New Jersey, and New York require a funeral director's involvement. from signing the death certificate to overseeing the burial or cremation. If this is a route you decide to go on for yourself or your loved ones, make sure you follow everything by the book. But just know that this may be an option available to you or your loved ones if you so choose. I think that in my family, home funerals were a lot more popular, like, back in the day. I had never been to one, but I do know a lot of, like, my other family members talking about them and being like, yeah, we went to Aunt Margaret's house and that's where the funeral was. And I was like, oh my god. Cool. Okay. Dr. Zaius? Jean? I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs. Like a human being, Charlie. A human being. We, as a species, have seen the beginning of our end. Pop off? Okay, there's a lot of drama up here, and I just... Okay. Latest contract acquired. The city. Charlotte. Again, my name is Charlie, but whatever. I'm proud to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. received a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, Charlotte. Again, my name is Charlie. Although Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. is being paid a decent wage for the city for the services, cremation is preferred here as it is the most cost-effective of the two options. The first unclaimed body we will be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremation. Okay. Green burial policy. Hello, Charlotte. Again, my name is Charlie. I have reviewed your request on behalf of the potential family inquiring if we at Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. can and will perform green burials. I should have informed you on this in the beginning, but we do not perform green funerals as they are not cost effective. All employees and subsidiaries of Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, though, so do try your hardest to convince the families requesting green burial to instead choose a traditional burial package, complete with embalming, caskets, and vaults. Instead, I trust you to ensure we do not lose any customers. Charlotte. Again, my name is Charlie, and those people are already gone because I sent them somewhere else because you're an ass. Okay. Matthew. Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work. P.S. Also, I want to have mozzarella sticks. I can be both hungry and angry. And no, I will not say hangry, ever. Okay. What is Chad bitching about now? As stated in the previous email, here are the new rules and code of conduct I expect you to follow for now on while on any premises belonging to Hillside Heritage Enterprise, Inc. First and foremost, brother, you could just change that to the abbreviation. You don't have to type the whole thing out, but whatever. First and foremost, there is a required uniform and strict dress code for now on. Second, most importantly to this is that no tattoos are to be visible. If you have visible tattoos, ensure they are properly covered and hidden. Oh, you're one of those. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell. I always encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased is an experience with no price limit on it. Brother, you're already charging like over $7,000 for them to be buried. I'm not upselling anybody, and I'm not covering my tattoos. Just because you're afraid of blue hair and pronouns doesn't mean that I have to be. You asshole. Additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Instead, encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase our premium sandwich and appetizers food package. Our partner Catering Concepts provides a high-quality food that will be delivered weekly from their factory and can easily be defrosted in the morning of the funeral. I expect all of the changes to be instituted effectively immediately to ensure a smooth transition into high-quality service. High-quality service? You want me to feed them a frozen TGI Fridays meal after I've upcharged them $10,000? Brother, can you eat dirt? I'll take care of it. So annoying, brother. I'm gonna keep my tattoo showing. You ain't gonna stop me. We need to prepare his body. He doesn't seem to have any valuables on him that would be damaged during cremation, so let's just worry about putting his identification tab in the coffin. Here you go. Okay. I never really thought about how, of course, we would get him a plain urn and not, treat him like a person. But I never thought of how big corporate funeral homes can be. Because, I guess, yeah, everybody dies, so there's business in it, but why put business, at least corporate business, into that? Oh. Oh, he's... Rest in peace, sir. Unidentified sir. April 9th, 10:19 a.m. Ugh. I was hoping it was just gonna be one email, but of course it's two. 3, Chad, shut up. Okay. Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Water cremation. We can call it a few different things, like flameless cremation. A bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide. Or perhaps, more commonly, resomation. Its technical name, though, is actually alkaline hydrolysis. Whatever you want to call it, it's here, and it's an environmentally friendly alternative to traditional cremation. But for the sake of the newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We also know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment, the high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect being one of the chief amongst them. And water cremation is an alternative method available for the eco-conscious among us. How does it work? It's basically a water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali in water heated up at very high, about 300 Fahrenheit, 350 Fahrenheit. It basically works like a speed-up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets put through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis used specifically less energy. Alkaline hydrolysis uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation processes. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places became legal around the end of the first decade. Ooh. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment. I kissed her. Jen. Excuse me? Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scene, but so utterly delighted at the ideal of a support group of people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there, and I was getting worried you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super death positive and isn't freaked out by my work, and also isn't too into, like, the last dude I saw, Jason, Michael, I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, like, working with death and spending so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just clicked. It feels good. Fun and affirming. Like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the ideal of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the ride, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of a Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me for now. I still kind of am in shock from your last email. Do you think you're gonna do it? You know you have my support 100%, no matter what you decide. What are we gonna do? Okay. Hello all. Chad, won't you sit down and shut up? Chad walks into a room and me and Matthew start booing. Anyways, we're all thrilled to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprise Inc.'s substantially Rose and Daughters just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us access to all the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards. What? We're excited for the opportunity to work with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 100,000 patients and receives brother, I don't need you to put dollar signs in this email. This will no doubt be a boon for Hillside Heritage Enterprise Inc.'s bright and sustained future. Matthew. Charlie, it's official. I've put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions, and I'm not worried about myself. But you I am worried about. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? P.S. I'll bring beer over next week and we can talk a bit more freely. Okay. What? Okay, I'm gonna hate this conversation, I just know it. Coffee Dimka. Home funeral for my wife. Dear Mr. Grant, regardless of the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves to keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden, we don't know what to do. We just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. Dear Mr. Dimka, I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was. Beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Letting us take care of the food for our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rose and Daughters make this difficult time a little easier for you. Chad, why don't you shut up? You're gonna feed these people a damn microwave TGI Friday loaded potato and charge them $20,000 for it? Chad, you make me want to eat concrete. Just so I can go home and not look at you. Dear Mr. Grant, okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. Don't fall for it, Coffee. Charlotte. My name is Charlie. Asshole. I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contract them myself in order to not lose this sale. Please read the enclosed email for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. This is part of your job. My job is to embalm people and prepare the deceased. And your job is to be the biggest dick of the world. Like, we're both doing great at our job, son. I'll get it ready. The deceased family has asked for an open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body. I'm sorry, Miss Dimka. You should be home right now. But I'm gonna do the best I can. Not because of Mr. Grant or whatever, Chad, but because of the family. But that's such a shitty feeling of like, okay, well, I'll do it, but I have to do it because I know that the company's gonna be ass about it, so I have to be the bigger person and make sure the family's okay, because really all that Chad cares about is a paycheck, which I get it, we need money to survive, but you don't have to be a dick and a half about it, you know? You could just be, I don't know, a human. I don't want to like freak anybody out, but you can just be a good person and it doesn't mean you lose money or respect. I'm sorry, I'm just yapping your ear off, ma'am. I'll try to make this quick. Okay. There we go. We're almost done. Just a little more, honey. Okay. There we go. Then we gotta just suck out the bad juices. Okay. There you go. All done. Mike will take care of Miss Dimka's makeup and will dress and prepare for the funeral. Hello. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Oh hey, what do you think of that trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard that show was so good. I saw the video of one kid actor doing karaoke. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? You're always hungry. Yeah, we used to have good food. Miss Rose would come in and make food for the funeral, but now we just have microwave meals that's like 2 years out of date. It's so cold in here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. It'll be good to stretch my legs. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey. But what that Chad guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. I wish I hadn't yelled at her before. It's okay. She knows you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Me too. I fought for y'all to have a home funeral. I did. Rest in peace, ma'am. You deserved to have the home funeral that you wanted. But corporation is a bitch. August 30th, 9 a.m. Excuse me, where am I? Hello? Congratulations on your new business! Let's go! Charlie, I am so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you, seriously. I think our wine intake saw a bazillion% increase. But you've stuck through it all like a champ. You deserve this. Finally, being on your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying to not be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for our visit and to check out your new space. Anyway, P.S. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find a link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it over to you. Oh. You'll never believe what new job I am working now. Open this email to find out. Hiya, Charlie. When I first became the hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree, and thankfully I can concentrated on my driving skills. Since I am now working as a, wait for it, bus driver. A school bus driver, Charlie. Can you believe that? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I don't know how else to tell you. For some reason, I was worried you'd think less of me, but I don't know why. You've never been the judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, might I add. I actually love it. These kids can be pretty cute. But don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. See ya. Charlie, dear, I am so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Best wishes. P.S. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. Elaine Henson. Dear Charlie, today is the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly it's come up. Thank you for understanding and for your work. You made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best. I'll see you soon. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much. But thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Anyways, I think we're ready to get started now. So that was a Mortician's Tale. That was so good. I loved it so much. The art style, the story. It made me realize how corporate funerals can be sometimes, which is not good. Thank you all so much for hanging out and watching. This was a Mortician's Tale. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.